timer volume is crazy again. Why is it not? Okay, wait a minute. Hang on. Let me turn that down again. All right. Hello, people of the stream. My head is awfully large in this and out of focus. I think I need to move that over a little. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. No, that's still not right. I don't care. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Let's see who's out there. Y'all been little chatty and hellos. So over on Twitch, we see Sophia is here. Hello, Sophia. And Valerie has made it at the beginning of the stream. Good job. Over on the tubes, Molly, who has changed her name to Moonrise Blackwater, which actually is kind of cool. Welcome in, Malls. Let's see. Sophia says, I am still landing after a long day of work. Might write, but then again, I might not. Valid. Anita's joined us on Twitch. Hey, Anita. I hope you're doing well. Macaroni Magpie. Hi, Mac. Max says, hello, hopping over here, going to take my dog outside before sprints start. Excellent, which means you probably didn't hear me. Oh, well. Erica has joined us over on the tubes. Hi, Erica. Good to see you, friend. And on Twitch, Daniela has joined us. Hey, Daniela. And Amelia over on YouTube. Good morning, Amelia. Good to see you. Daniela says, I just came back from a very successful errand run, and I'm about to have pizza and beer dinner. I mean, I wouldn't drink the beer, but I would definitely eat the hell out of the pizza. And Erica says, super cool. I hope everybody's doing well today. I had an early, not super early, but an earlier than usual morning because I had my Italian lesson at 10 a.m. this morning. So yeah, so I was up early and thinking early, which is never a good combination. I got gunk in my eye. So, yeah, so I've already been started, but that ended like an hour ago, and I had breakfast and got some tea and didn't do anything else useful. So I don't even know what I have on deck today. So, let's see. Swank has joined us. Buongiorno, Swank. I almost said Frank. That's not right. Swank says, howdy everybody. Happy World Yarn Bombing Day. I understand all those words, but the order in which they are put down, I don't get. Happy Corn on the Cob Day. I can get behind that. I love corn. Happy Say Hi Day. Hi. Amelia says, pizza. Yes. Alicia has joined us. Alicia says, hello, good afternoon, Vanessa. I'll be reading today's pages of The Resurrectionist by A. Ray Dunlap before I start City of Bones by Cassandra Clare and start Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Is there such thing as a reading overachiever? I feel like if there's not, there should be. Like, there should be a whole separate category for reading overachievement. I'm just saying. Swank says, hola to Molly and Macaroni. Mal and Mac. Daniela says, a little celebration. Haha, finally went to sell something and got more cash for it than expected. I love that. Also managed to get a book for next week's book club. It was sold out almost everywhere in Prague. Well, I am glad you were able to put your hands on a copy. Huzzah! Swank says hello to Alicia. Molly says, I shall be reading Heavy Vinyl, which is a graphic novel, and or Curses and Cocktails. I like the titles of both of those things. Those sound really cool. Sophia says, okay, I need help. I need a well-known book, not a recent one, where there could be legitimate disagreement on what genre it is. What about The Green Mile by Stephen King? Molly says, swank! Moonrise. Molly says, did your dragon get dipped into paint? Again, I do not understand the conversation that's happening. Erica says, I'm doing pretty good. Wanted to finish schoolwork before the stream, but I still have more to do. Luckily, we'll be doing a sprint, so you can get it done. Eventually, I'll work on finishing my short story. I'm so close. Right there. Right there. Daniela says to Sophia, maybe the 13th tale. Kind of literary fiction, but also mystery with gothic elements. Mac has returned. Welcome back, Mac. Want to switch to writing at my desk, so I need to get a puzzle cleared off of it. Okay. Danielle also adds and historical. Oh, Anita says Frankenstein. That's a good one. Molly says, Vanessa, my name is so boring and gray. Well, on my software, it's dark blue, royal blue. So, yeah. Yeah, I definitely think Anita's suggestion, Sophia, is probably the best. Because there's still arguments over it. Still, right? Is it science fiction? Is it horror? Like, you know, yeah. So, and what they really don't get is that it's actually about women. That's what they don't get. At any rate, let's see. Molly says, your Twitch dragon. That's Pixie. That's Pixie. Heather's joined us over on YouTube. Hi, Heather. Welcome in. Glad you could join us today. Glad you could join us. All right. I think in the first sprint, I'm going to figure out what the hell I need to get done today. I do need to do some multiverse stuff. I absolutely need to do some Dragon Con stuff sometime in the next day or two. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be definitely working on, but I need to sort out what I need to do. Sophia says she wrote her bachelor's thesis on Frankenstein. Then you got this. You got this. Huzzah. All right. Excuse me. So what are you guys working on today? What do you have on deck? What do you have on deck? I still don't like the way my camera's sitting. I guess that's a little better. Oop, wrong way. Meh. All right. Yeah, okay. Nobody said anything. So I was telling, Pixie looks dipped in paint. Well, she definitely looks like something. Is that on my screen? No, that's on her. She definitely looks like something. Like somebody just like splattered her with paint. So, Daniela says, I wrote my bachelor's on the depiction of the factory in Czech literature of the 19th century. That is so fucking nerdy. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Anita says, I'm working on my vampire story, but I have a few odds and ends to work on as well. Gotcha. Molly says, that's what I thought too, Erica. They had some fun. Yeah. Yeah. She looks awesome. She looks much better than she was looking, to be honest. I can't tell if that's on my monitor or if that's on Pixie's face. I guess that's on Pixie's face. Okay. Sophia says the context for the question is that two people who are into each other and about to reveal it argue over how to organize a bookshelf. I think that's valid. Max says, trying to get this fic finished today. I made good progress during the Cursed Dragon ship sprint, so I'm optimistic I'll get there. I have faith in you, Mac. You got this. You got it. Daniela said there was this one book where the woman falls in love with the factory. The whole factory? Doesn't want children, etc. Very cool. I don't know if my brain's just not working, but that's like the third sentence that's been in the chat that I have not understood. Like, and it's not that I don't understand somebody fell in love with the entire factory, like the building, like, and it makes sense that she wouldn't want kids because, You can't have kids with a factory. Unless you mean she fell in love with working and didn't want kids. That's different. Anyway, like I said, I'm just very confused by the whole conversation. Like, that's like the third sentence from the third different person that I just didn't get. I don't know. I'm just out of it. Okay. Let's see. Sophia says to Daniela, that sounds super interesting. Molly says, you got this, Mac. And Erica says to Molly, I noticed that's what you were trying to say. Valerie says, what genres do the two people care most about? That's a good question, and I'm assuming that's for Sophia. Let's see. Daniela loves that to Sophia. Valerie says, is like one of them a sci-fi reader and the other fantasy? Yes. Molly loves the purple and orange combo that Pixie has on. Yeah, she looks a little better than, like, the last few iterations have just been very, very sad looking. Like, she's looked like she's diseased. So I'm glad it looks better. Sophia says, my Frankenstein thesis was on eco-criticism, transhumanism, and post-humanism. I had a lot of fun. I love nerds. I love that. See, I love these very deep dive kind of things. I love that. That's one of my favorites. Daniela said, yep, she personalizes the building and views it as a living being. Okay, that's really interesting, because, like, then are you dealing also with, like, an unreliable narrator, or is it just that she views the entire world from a different perspective or through a different prism? And yeah, okay, that's super interesting. Heather says, I had yet another morning of errands. They never end, do they? Trying to switch my brain into working after doing some packing stuff for this weekend. What's going on this weekend, Heather? Just, because I'm nosy. Max said they could manufacture the kids. Daniela says, I still need to read Frankenstein. Long overdue. It's been a long time since I read it. I think I read it in school. Like, and when I say school, I mean high school. I should reread it as an adult, because I'm sure I would get a lot more out of it. James has joined us over on the Twitches. Hi, James. Welcome in. Good to see you. Sophia says, yeah, I'm afraid to breed her at this point. This is the best we've had Pixie in weeks. I know, right? Let's let her be that for a little while. James says, I love stuff like that. I'm assuming you mean like the nerdiness. Heather says, we're going to a disability conference in Orlando and staying at the conference hotel. Oh, cool. Excellent. Excellent. James says, I'm a nerd and name/talk to my tech all the time. Yes. Yes. She is specifically, Daniela is specifically talking about a short story. I don't know if you probably can't scroll back. She's talking about a short story, or not a short story, but a story that was, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Daniela, but you read it in, like, as part of the research for your thesis, which had to do with basically stories in factories or stories in industrialism, I think, is kind of what I got out of that. I could be just, like I said, I'm having trouble understanding things today, apparently. So if I misunderstood that and misstated it, please feel free to correct me. Max says to Heather, sounds like a fun trip. Heather says, and the hotel pool is really nice, so son will be very happy. Excellent. Excellent. Sophia says, I name expensive purchases at least. My new bike is Broomhilda. Oh, okay, we're talking about naming now. Okay. My new bike is Broomhilda, which I fucking love. My new sewing machine is Signe. Don't bother trying to pronounce it. I don't know. I just pronounce it the Italian way. I don't know. I don't know if that's right. Let's see. James says, Sophia, does that mean you ride a broom? Yes, that is exactly what it means. No, that's a good name. That's a good Scandinavian name. So, all right. Shall we get into it? As you can see, we are hanging out with our new little spirit today, and we're reading books on the lawn because I can do that on the game since, I can't really lay like that anymore for any extended amount of time, and I certainly don't want to get on the ground. Yes, yes. Sophia is a witch. All right. Shall we get into it, y'all? I'm gonna figure out what the fuck I need to do today. I need to do multiverse stuff for sure, and DragonCon stuff for sure. So I would really like to do other things. I'm getting tired of always having to do those things. But if I did it more efficiently and effectively, it wouldn't take so long, but I'm apparently scattered. So, Amelia says there was a series of stories by an 80s or 90s author who gave all objects and houses personalities. There was a girl who could hear them talk. Okay, all right. That's cool. James says it's a great name, Sophia. I love me some witches. And Alicia, Alicia just repeated what she said earlier so that we know what she's working on. Alicia's reading all the books in the world. All of them today. Alicia's reading them all today. Heather says it's always educational, plus we see folks we know. That's one of my favorite things about conventions and conferences is you see people you don't get to see very often. We're meeting up with some friends who moved to the Orlando area recently. We end up going most years. That's cool. Amelia says I will have to find the books I have. Alicia stares at the new flooring. I was looking through the pictures yesterday. But I know you said it's tile, but it absolutely looks like laminate flooring to me. Alicia's like, I don't know why I did that. That's okay. Hey, Hattie joined us. You are in perfect time, Hattie, because we are about to get started. James says, this reminds me of the Diary of Thrifted Things. I should work on that again. Yes, you should. You have not worked on that in like a year. You should work on it. You have a little time before you start your new job, so freaking work on it. Let's see. Alicia says, sorry. I love it. The new flooring. I'll bet you do. I'll bet you do. I loved my new flooring when I got it too. So I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. All right, let's get into it, y'all. I've got 20 minutes on the clock. Let's get going. How did you guys do? So I double checked some things on the survey that needs to go out to the guests, and I shared it with the convention chairs and Holly, who is our guest liaison, so that they can put eyeballs on it, particularly the beginning and the end, to see if I missed anything. My next step is to send a link to the directors so they can each double check their own section to make sure there's no typos, to make sure that I got everything they needed. I didn't mess anything up. So yeah. So I feel like I did good. All right. Sophia just shared some amazing news. I don't know if you saw in the minute or so before I came back, like my mouth was open. I was like, because that's very exciting. Sophia says, oh, fun news. A German court has ruled that Google is responsible for its AI search output. So they're liable whenever a search gives the wrong answer and that has any consequences in real life. I love that for Germany. I love that. I mean, that will never happen here in the US, but oh my God, I love that for Germany. I love Europeans. Amelia got 126 words. Huzzah! Huzzah! Sophia finished a draft. Yay! I don't think it's a good draft. That's okay. It doesn't have to be. I think the entire story went off the rails, so I sent it to my critique partner so Thon can look it over and give me some insight. Excellent. Good, good, good. Molly's on the phone with her mom. Hi, Molly's mom. Valerie says, I got my right hive schedule on my calendar now, and I'm trying to figure out which OHOW slot to take. OHOW's in July, right? I'm not going to be able to do OHOW this round, because I'm doing that, excuse me, I'm doing that, the CELTA certification course. Amelia says, and lunch is eaten. What did you have for lunch? Amelia will write until 1 and then get back to the day job. I think that's a great plan. Hattie is still working on the administration things for the SCA, not personal. Okay. Mac got the puzzle cleaned up, so they have their desk back now. Yay. Rachel Taylor's joined us over on Twitch. Hi, Rachel. Rachel says, hey there, I jumped in midway, made some tea. What tea are we having today, my friend? And grumbled about how badly I don't want to do anything at all. I mean, no lie, that's me every day. Amelia says, nice, I love that they are being held accountable. Yes. James says, I said something that could have been creepy to Dino Queen, Rosie, but of course she took it as intended. Then we peeked out. I think he means geeked out. I think geeked out is what he means. Let's see. Daniela says, pizza has been consumed. What did you have on your pizza, Daniela? I'm curious. I'm quite content right now. I love that. We made this weird bean pizza last night. It's not really pizza. It's like, it had like a tortilla we put a couple tortillas inside of a, cast iron pan, and then some beans, like partially smashed beans, and what else was in there? Some tomato sauce and some spices, although it could have used more spices, if I'm being honest. I ended up putting hot sauce on it. And then cheese, of course, and then and some scallions and things like that. But then cheese on top and then into the oven, and it was pretty good. I liked it. Probably my husband didn't. I'm a big bean person. I like beans. He doesn't love beans. Also, because he's on Ozempic, which is for his diabetes, it gives him well, he's not actually on Ozempic. They switched him to something else because the Ozempic gave him like such bad gas it would wake him up in the middle of the night and he wouldn't be able to go back to sleep for an hour or two. So he's on something else. He still has gas, but it's not as bad as the Ozempic. So he doesn't love beans the way I do. So, let's see. Let me scroll back. Erica says, working on my art, society, and culture stuffs. Is that like a class? Or is that just, I don't know. It sounds like a cool name for a class if that's what it is. Max says, I wish these AI companies would be held liable for all the people they've hurt. Amen. Amen. Valerie says, oh, how, and write hi for the same weekend. That's going to be a busy weekend for you, my friend. Swank says, hi, Mom. Amelia had tiny tacos for lunch, and that sounds amazing. Swank says, I'm sitting outside reading Feral Creatures. I mean, I feel like we can all relate to that. Alicia, I mean, not the reading outside part, but being feral creatures. I'm just me? Maybe just me. I don't know. Alicia says, I had my taquitos and updated my library rebuild notes. Excellent. Rachel says the tea is her usual fave, Harney and Sons Paris. See, I didn't love Paris. I'm glad you love it, though. I didn't love Paris. I'm currently drinking their vanilla Camoro. So, oh, it looks like James purchased playing music. I currently have the punk station playing. He said anything but yacht rock. I currently have, like, the one we've been listening to is punk. Does that sound okay? Sophia says, I'd like some pizza, but it's too late for pizza right now. Yeah, I know it's late there. Daniela says, it was the Ristorante Mozzarella Pizza. So cheese, spinach, and tomatoes. Nice. Nice. James says, yeah, the tablet hates me. I don't know what that means. I mean, I understand all the words, but I don't know what it's in reference to. Oh, it was the typo. I know, that's what it was. It was the typo when you geeked out. Max says, okay, now I'm hungry and need lunch, right? Erica says, yes, it is a class. It sounds like a cool class, Erica. Swank's like, I get it, Vanessa. Sophia says, I support anything but yacht rock. Yacht rock is horrible. James is down for the punk. What the fuck is yacht rock? Well, yacht rock is kind of like 70s and 80s chill rock. Like, think REO Speedwagon and Journey and Christopher Cross and Air Supply. Groups like that. That's yacht rock. Sophia says it's horrible. It's not really horrible, but it's just not to a lot of people's taste. So, okay, I know Journey. Yeah, it's like that. Journey's a little more rocky than the others, but definitely Air Supply, I think, is definitely peak yacht rock. Sophia says, you're welcome to try yacht rock when I'm not here. I'm welcome to try yacht rock whenever I want, my friend. But then I recognize I would lose you, so yeah. Sophia says, I like Journey. I do not like yacht rock. Well, I hate to break it to you, but Journey is yacht rock. It's like it's on the rockier side of yacht rock, for sure, but it's yacht rock. So, all right. Shall we get back into it? We're going to be playing some music this round. We're going to be doing punk. Yes, Captain and Tennille also. Yep, absolutely. Captain and Tennille, Heather, for sure is yacht rock. It's really like 70s and like 80s up to about mid 80s. Sort of classic rock, but not really harder rock. Does that make sense? It's like, I don't know. I like classic rock from that period. This really wasn't on my radar. It's kind of a new name for a genre, for a very specific part of classic rock. So yeah, it just, it came into the lexicon probably 10 or 15 years ago. But yeah. Erica says, I like it so far, the class. We have a project that involves going to a museum or gallery. Girl, yes, that is my kind of class right there. Field trips, man. I'm all about it. All about it. Rachel Taylor says, I am forcing myself to work on Halo for 20 minutes. Excellent plan. I have a scene I need to rewrite. I'd much rather take a nap. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not a napper, but there's lots of things I can think of that I'd rather be doing than doing the things I have to do. But, you know, adulting. Sophia says, the one time we had it on, it was dreadful. It was nothing like Journey. I recognize that real yacht rock might be Journey, but Pretzel Rock's yacht rock is not Journey. That is fair. That is very fair. So you hate the Pretzel Rock station, not necessarily yacht rock as a genre. So yes. Heather wrote journaling words. Sophia says, I will not stop believing it. I see what you did there. I don't know. Maybe you didn't see what you did there. I don't know if you see what you did there. Did you see what you did there? I don't know if that was on purpose or by accident, but either way, it was brilliant. All right, and thanks to James, we will be listening to Punk this round of Sprint. I am going to work on the email for my directors to send it to them so that they can look at the programming survey and make sure that I haven't missed anything. Pretzel Rock, Heather, Pretzel Rock is the app that I use for music for the stream because it's not, you have an option to, like, you're not going to get dinged for copyright. All the music is Creative Commons or streaming allowable or whatever. So Sophia says, but you can have the music any way you want it, of course. See, James got it. Yes, that was exactly it. Don't stop believing. That's exactly it. That's exactly why it was brilliant. And Sophia says it was very much intentional. I said I like Journey. Fun fact, Journey, I don't remember what album it was, but it was the one with like it looks like feathers and a bird or whatever, in the early 80s. That was one of my first cassettes I ever owned. I got it for Christmas. It was in my Christmas stocking. It was Journey, and I got Men at Work and Michael Jackson's Thriller album. So those three things were in my stocking. So let's see. Okay, everybody's just laughing. All right, sounds good. Let's get into it. I've got 20 minutes on the clock. Give me just a second, and I'll get that music queued up as well. Here we go. right. That's the end of that sprint. How did everybody do? How did everybody do? I went through the guest survey and added a couple little things that needed to be added, and I am almost done with the email that I am going to send to the directors. So, that's that. Okay, so I'm almost done. I'll be able to finish that in the next sprint. All right. Heather says, my older brother got the Thriller album, I think, on LP for Christmas the year it was released. Yeah, mine was on cassette the year it was released. Heather says, heck, I still have my Grease soundtrack LP almost 50 years later. I still have all of my Duran Duran LPs and EPs and 5-inch singles and stuff. I can't believe it survived this long, 20 plus moves later. Sophia made cookie dough for some reason. I don't remember why. I'm really just staying up so that I can do yarn bingo in an hour. Valid. Also, cookie dough is excellent. Mac made a burrito for lunch. Excellent. Emily has arrived. Hey, Em, welcome in. Em just got home from some lab/blood draw I had to get done this morning. Welcome home. I hope you had some orange juice. Erica got 100 on her activity. Yes. Moving on to her other class. Excellent. Hattie has one more bit of administration to do, but most of it is done. Yes. Max says the weather is making me feel so blah. It's noon and it's dark outside. I'm so sorry. We've had rain all week. Today the sun is out and the sky is blue with poofy white clouds, so that's nice. Not that I plan on going outside, but there it is. Daniela was researching barista courses. So the interesting thing is, so y'all might know I'm taking Italian. Barista actually means bartender, right, in Italian. So, so do you mean coffee bartender or do you mean alcohol bartender? Erica says, and lunch. Need that. Excellent plan, Erica. Swank listened to Yacht Rock while I read. It's all music I grew up with. I'm at 56%. Excellent. Yeah, I grew up with Yacht Rock too. It's not my favorite, but I like, I'm a British pop girl. I'm a Brit pop girl, right? An 80s Brit pop. That was and still is my genre. So Danielle is like, coffee. Excellent. I support this plan. So you're going to be a barista? You're going to take... I didn't know there was like barista school. So, all right. But y'all, we get a break. We got a little breaky break. So, if you need something to eat, something to drink, you need to use the restroom, please feel free. I mean, you can do it whenever you want, right? You can do it whenever you want. But we do set this time aside to do all those things. Also, if you've been sitting this whole time, you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, get your ass up out that chair or off that couch or wherever you're sitting, out of the bed, move around a little bit, then crawl right back in. Let's see. Molly asks Mac if they're in the Midwest, USA by chance. Daniela says, side quest to be announced. Alicia finished her lunch, cleaned up some spam from one of the Discords I'm in, right? And it keeps coming back. Stupid photos about getting money from Mr. Beast. You have to block them. Block them. I timed out the person posting it. Just kick them and ban them. Kick and ban. Don't even mess with it. Don't time them out. Just kick and ban. Get rid of them. You do not need them. Yeah, we had it in TWT over the weekend, I think. Something similar. Let's see. The problem is always that you can't necessarily find all the places they left a bunch of junk. Like, you don't always find it. So people have to point it out. Excuse me. James says, coffee. Oh, fuck, meds. Yes, that is the other reminder. This is your first reminder. If you haven't taken your meds yet, and you should have taken your meds by now, take your meds. And I love how James, as soon as I start talking about getting up and going to the bathroom, James is like, shit, I forgot to take my meds. Um, Amelia's got to go back to the day job, be listening but off chat. Sounds good. Thank you, Amelia, for being here. Heather says 80s Britpop for the win. Always, always and forever. I will die on that hill. And you know, if we had been able to move to Europe, like last year when we were originally supposed to, I would be able to go to Duran Duran's European tour right now. Anyway, Mac is in Illinois. Oh, I didn't know you were in Illinois. I didn't know you were in Illinois. I grew up outside of Chicago. So, let's see. Molly said, I just shook my head perplexed because my mom turned on FaceTime, then no talking, but went to fridge and started pulling things out. I finally just hung up. 5 minutes later, she texted me, making lunch. So I'm assuming that there's more. Oh, as if it's 100% normal to just randomly end a call to make lunch without even saying anything. Just like, I mean, yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Alicia says, can I kick and ban after being timed out? I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. I mean, you can turn off the timeout and then kick and ban them. So those are usually bots. They don't care if you give them a timeout or not. Exactly. Kick and ban. Fuck them. Amelia says, and taking meds. Shit. James says, because you always remind me. I do. I try. It's true. I mean, I do it because I need the reminder, right? Heather says, I worked on my list journaling and took my allergy meds. Excellent. Rachel is still here. Got lost a bit in fixing my Halo the Book scene, which is a great thing. That is a great thing. That is a great thing. I wonder if you're going to continue on after the break. Molly says, Mac, we're sunny over here in Indiana, but supposed to arrive here a bit later. Oh, so Mac is going to be your, like, pre-weather person. Like, when Mac gets their weather, you know you're going to get it in, like, 6 hours or whatever. So, all right, let's take a little break. I'm going to put 5 minutes on the red timer. I have to use the restroom and go get some tea. So I'll just be a few minutes, and I just made a new pot, so that's not going to take any extra time. So I will be right back. Okay, that took a little bit longer than expected because I had to feed old lady cat. So that took an extra couple of minutes. So, all right. Let's see what people were saying. Let's see. Valerie says, website events page updated. Yeah, I'm so bad at keeping mine updated. Ugh. Alicia said, well, I kicked them from the server, but couldn't ban after I did that. Yeah, you don't actually have to, if you ban them, they're automatically kicked. So probably, we probably should have advised you of that. If you ban somebody, they're automatically going to be kicked. So you don't like kick and then ban. But I understand why that would have been unclear, because we were saying kick and ban. But really it's just ban, because that kicks them automatically. Molly says, I can't kick and ban because I'm gray. Amelia says, and making coffee with stroopwafels. Yes, now you know that you should put the stroopwafel on top of the coffee cup for a minute or two, right? That's how you're supposed to do stroopwafels, because then you take it up and you eat it, and the syrup inside has gotten all soft from the heat of the coffee. That's how you're supposed to eat them. Rachel is continuing on with Halo. That scene was an easy fix, so moving on to the next one. Well, you know, that means you're going to be working on it for more than 20 minutes, so good job. Amelia says we are getting storms tomorrow. I'm so tired of storms. Jane says, my dad never says goodbye. He either just hangs up, or if you are lucky, he says very good and then hangs up. Oh, see? No, that's not how it works with me. For me, if somebody does not say some exit greeting, bye, talk to you later, have a good day, whatever, if they just hang up, no. That's not a thing for me. That doesn't work for me at all. Yeah. So Molly says, yes, Mac needs to come out to all the sprints I go to today. Molly asks Amelia if she's in Ohio. No, Amelia is down here by me. Not like right by me, but she's east and south of me. Swank says, I walked barefoot in the grass and loved on my tree. I love that, Swank. Yay. Danielle is playing Spottle. Can you give me a solo female British singer with debut earlier than 1999? Sade. I'm pretty sure Sade is British. S-A-D-E. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Swank's like stroopwafels. Yes, num 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 num. Yes, they're very yummy. Molly says this graphic novel is a feminist manifesto of sorts. Go women. Yes. Alicia says, oh, good to know. Next time I will just ban them. Still learning Discord. 100%. 100%. Oh, Sophia says Bonnie Tyler. That's a good one as well. I mean, well, Joan Jett, you know, she was in a band first, but then she was solo, and that was before 1999. Lita Ford. Who else? Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. Oh wait, no, they're American. Never mind. I think Lita Ford, is Lita Ford American? I'm not sure if I think Lita Ford might be like not British. Like, I want to say like Scandinavian maybe, or Australian, either the far north or the far south. I don't remember. Emily is currently snacking on pistachios. Yum, I love pistachios. Erica also has stroopwafels, but are they from the Netherlands? That's the question. Molly says, why do you want to ban me from your server, Alicia? Daniela says, a bit later debut is needed. Nita says, stroopwafels are the best cookies. It's true. It's true. Oh my God, that is how you eat those. I need one. Yes. Yes, you do. Alicia says, not you, Molly. Molly knew that. Molly's just being a feral goblin today. But in Discord for Boot Camp Readathon, someone kept reposting spam photos about money and Mr. Beast. Absolutely spammer. And I reported and deleted 3 times before I discovered the kick timeout. I like Sade. I should have also said Pop. And he just says, just don't leave them too long on the tea or coffee. They will sag into the liquid. Exactly. Like a minute tops, really. Depending on how hot the liquid, the drink is. He is an engineer because, they didn't have the TISM in his day. Who are we talking about? Did I miss something? Joan Jett is American, though. So that would be probably why Joan Jett is not on there. And I didn't think about that until... Joan Jett is American. Does Annie Lennox count? I'm trying to think of when her first solo album was. I think... I don't know. Linda Ronstadt. But she's not... She's American, also. Isn't she? No. Is Linda Ronstadt American? I don't know. Debut between 1976 and 1981. Eurythmics versus solo, yeah. Mint chocolate chip ice cream with no stroopwafels. It's sad, but you still got mint chocolate chip ice cream, so that's still a win. Feral Goblin, yes. Vanessa might need a nap. That may be true. Oh, your dad. Okay, thank you, James. I was very confused for a minute. Yeah, there are so many men in that generation that are they absolutely have the TISM, for sure. Or either that or they're ADHD, or both, right? Yeah, so many men. All right. Now I want to, name all the British, and you did say British, right, Daniela? Oh, yes, Kate Bush! Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, I thought we were making a list, but... Okay, you said Spottle, which I'm assuming is like Wordle, but with music. There's a Duran Duran one, where it's music, like they play the first couple, the first few notes of a song, and you have to guess it, and the longer it takes you to guess it, the less points you get, or something. I haven't played it in a long time. Linda Ronstadt is Canadian. That makes much more sense. Yes. Daniela's like, this game is the worst. But you just found it. That's true. All right. While Daniela continues to annoy herself with playing this game, we are going to get back into work. I'm going to finish this damn email so that I can get my director's eyes on their parts of this survey. And then I will figure out what the fuck else I need to do. All right. Here we go. 20 minutes, y'all. That's it for that sprint. How did you do? I sent that email out. So I am done with multiverse stuff until Monday. Well, not really, but like the big important pieces. I'm done till Monday. So I can cross this off my list, and I can cross that off my list. And I did that. And I can cross off something I didn't even put on the list. So we'll put end directors. And then I can cross that off. So that's pretty good. I do have to send a quick message though. I do have to send a message that is multiverse related. And then yeah, and then I'll be done with that. All right, let's see. Sophia had to take off. She went to bed because it's late there for her. So good night, Sophia. Kelly has arrived. Hey, Kelly. Kelly says, happy time zone, my friends. I worked on the front garden for an hour. It's all I could take in the full sun at 90 degrees. Oh, girl, you are a better gardener than I will ever be, my friend. Good job. Good job. Swank says, going inside to make brunch, guacamole tacos. I feel like it's a very Mexican-themed lunchtime today because we've had tacos, we've had taquitos, now we have more tacos. So, yeah. It feels, except for, Daniela, were you the one who had pizza? Somebody had pizza. Okay. Kelly says, I'll do more when the sun moves to the back of the house. Excellent plan. Starling just joined us over on the Twitches. Hi, Starling. Got 253 words. Just in an ad, back in a moment. Hopefully the ad is done now. Valerie is prepping to finally write in the next sprint, but possibly lunch first. Excellent plan. Fuel that bod. Matt got about 100 words written. Yay. Alicia looked for a spider the kids claimed to be on the ceiling. Did not find yet. And I read more of The Resurrectionist. Got to page 126 out of 319. I will tell you, if there's a spider, it depends on the size. If it's a tiny little spider, it's not a big deal. But if it's like medium-sized or larger, I must find it. If I do not find it, I have to pack my shit and move out because we're not doing that. I'm just saying. Let's see. Amelia said, okay, caught up on work and did a search on what to add to the dog's diet to help gain weight. Okay. All right. Heather says, got to get my DMs for con, work, and podcast. Oh, got to get in my DMs. Got it. Okay, that makes much more sense to my brain. I mean, it was there correctly. My brain just didn't get it all. I just ate a snack and took some other meds, plus messed around with my brand new backpack. I love new bags. I'm not allowed to buy any new bags. I have so many bags, y'all, of all different types. I've got backpacks and shoulder bags and messenger bags and leather bags and duffels and so many bags. And it's not even a purse thing for me. It's a bag thing. I don't know. Starling has broken free from the ads. Hello, Starling. Very glad to have you here with us today. Hattie just opened Caliverse, the story, and administrative things are done for now. You got this, Hattie. You got it. Anita made some progress in the story. Poor Pietro Rossi is about to die. That's a great name, though. Also had to look up whether people traveled during Lent in the 15th century. And I noticed you just left us hanging. Like, did they travel? Did they not travel? I mean, you can't just leave us hanging, Anita. Erica did good. Started writing why she believes psychosocial development is most important for early stages of life. Oh, I like that. That's fascinating. Honest to God, the human mind and how we develop both in terms of skills and psychoses and neuroses and trauma and all of that. Like, I find it fascinating how it all then ends up playing out in the human's life. I just find it fascinating. Heather says, it's a bit larger than I thought, but I think it's going to be a good fit for me for an everyday bag. Excellent. Excellent. Erica's taking a laundry break. All right. I mean, clean clothes are important. Alicia says, that is my thoughts exactly. Spiders. If it's a little one, it is fine. It can have all of the ants and things, but big ones have to go back outside. Oh, no, no, no. Like, they don't get to go outside in my house. They get sprayed with something. And you know, I always feel bad when they're dying a horrific death, and I'm sorry for that, but dude, no. Lizards I will put outside. And you know, if I weren't so freaked out by spiders, I wouldn't, like, if somebody else is there and they want to put the spider outside, that's fine with me. I'm not going to, like, veto somebody who wants to save its life. That's fine. But if I have to do it, that thing is getting raided or smashed or something. Yeah, no, it's, nope. Let's see. Emily says, have I ever told you about my wasp saga? I don't think so. Had multiple years in a row where wasps got inside the house. I've had that happen before too. Very stressful. Couldn't relax until I knew they were dead. But of course they're hard to kill because they fly. Yes. Yes. What I found is that you've got to bash them with a broom to get them to stop flying, and then you spray them with Raid. That's yeah. I don't let them live in my house either. Alicia says, I can't buy any more bags either. I have one pre-order that comes in August. The Mummy Book of the Living Loungefly. Okay, that's like best name. James says, you are a bag goblin. I'm a box goblin. Yes, I am a bag goblin. That is true. I have so many bags. It's ridiculous. And if I see another one, I will want it. If it's a cool bag, I will want it. I will want it, and I will buy it. Maybe not. I might not buy it. It depends. Devin, who has joined us over on Twitch. Hello, friend. Good to see you. Devin is working on their grocery list. That counts as writing. Yes. It counts as being productive. It counts as being productive, and that's what we're all about. And Amelia says, so we have been having break-ins in my town, so I got Ring doorbells, and it is recording every time I take Ruben out and every truck that goes down my road. Yes, that feels right. Yeah, that's how it works. Anita said they did travel during Lent, but it was limited. Luckily, those limits fit the story. Whew, excellent. Kelly says, on the Mexican-themed lunch, I'm having cantaloupe with tahini, so it counts. I have never had tahini on cantaloupe. I'm also not a person who salts their cantaloupe, or salts their melon. I know people do. But I think, so I made a big Penzies order. For those of you who don't know, Penzies is the best spice company in the known universe. And they had a big sale of several weeks ago where I got $100 worth of gift cards for $70. But they're physical gift cards, so they had to physically send them to me. So I got them this week, and we ordered from Penzi, or I got them, I think, Saturday or something. And I ordered from Penzies, and I think I got, and this does come back around to the melon, I think I got, if I'm recalling correctly, like a fruit spice sprinkle or something, and it's like for melons and stuff. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see. I'm very much a melon purist. I like the taste of melons, so I don't want to put anything on them. So Heather says, I can't get any more bags either right now, even though I want something else for an everyday art pouch. I'll have to go thrifting soon. Yeah, for me, it's not even the cost of them, although also it's really that I don't need any more bags. I have bags for everything. And I hardly ever leave my house. So, like, why do I have these bags? Again, not necessarily purses, although I do have a few purses. I'm not like a purse fiend. I'm a bag fiend. I don't know why. All right. Starling grabbed dinner, settled in for the evening at their desk now. Got big plans for the evening to get a lot of writing done. We love that. What are you working on? What are you writing today? Jane says, my nephew has inherited my box goblin nature. My sister finds it endearing for now. Kelly says, if the fruit isn't sweet, then I add tahini. If it's sweet, then I eat it as is. Okay, that's smart, because sometimes you get, you'll get a melon or you'll get a piece of fruit or whatever, and it's not quite ripe, So yeah, that's a good plan. Erica says, sounds like it's the only way I would really enjoy cantaloupe. I will eat your cantaloupe. If you don't want it, Erica, give it to me. I'll eat it every time. Any fruit? Have you had it with strawberries? Oh, the tahine? Are you asking Kelly? Or are you asking about the stuff I got at Penzies? I haven't tried it yet, if that's what you're asking about. But I'm guessing you're asking about the tahine. So Misfit Market, Amelia knows about Misfit Market. They have this thing that's like mystery, whatever, mystery root vegetable, mystery melon, mystery fruit, whatever. Um, and I did that the last order, and or maybe the order before, and we got a, what was it, Picasso Sunset Melon. I had never heard of that. It was like this yellow color. Oh my god, it was so good. It was almost like a honeydew, but a lot more subtle. Oh my god, it was so so good. I was like, ooh, I have to get more of those. Those are yummy. Um, Heather says, I love small totes and backpacks, especially for art supplies and books and planning stuff. Yes. Alicia's a container goblin. I have containers for everything. I love that. Everything has its own little house. Alicia's like, I need to declutter. You have to declutter your containers. Yes, Erica was talking about the tahine. So that was a question for Kelly. Amelia says, I just ordered the mystery stone fruit and melon for this week. I hope you get the Picasso sunset melon. It was so, so good. So, so good. Kelly says, I've not put tahine on strawberries, but I have had it with a strawberry margarita, and it was amazing. That sounds really good. Y'all making me hungry for fruit now. So, all right. But we have to get some, actually, I probably should eat lunch. So, I'm going to run down and get some, get a Lunchable for lunch. So, I'll be off camera for the at least first half of the sprint. So, all right, but let's get into it. Here we go, 20 minutes. That sprint is done. How did you do? How did you do? How did you do? We seem to be running, either we're running really late today or I missed a break somewhere somehow. So we're going to take a break here in just a minute. But let me know how you did. So I sent the email out that I needed to send out. It's done. I updated my to-do list and I ate lunch, which was lovely. Just a Lunchable because I don't want to have to think about it. Let's see. Starling says 243 words. Good job. Good job. Daniela can't say she did anything productive, but that's okay because it's like your nighttime. So this is the time you should chill out. You don't have to be productive every moment of the day. So it's okay. You're good. You're good. So Anita's still working on the story. Rip Pietro. Poor Pietro. Oh well. But the story's moving forward. Valerie mostly did some research for this. For what? I'm assuming we're going to have something more. Mac ate ice cream because someone said ice cream in the stream earlier and it sounded good. Excellent plan. Last night we had some more of the strawberry banana sherbet that my husband made. Still really good. I'm hoping he's going to make chocolate soon or Nutella, something like that. Alicia's updating her notebook, got to page 138 out of 319 of The Resurrectionist, trying to finish so she can return it to the library. Yes, you better buckle down, Alicia. Erica had to go back into the textbook to help explain her reasoning, so she is reading. Excellent. Good, good, good. Hattie said no progress on the story because she got some responses on the SCA stuff. And so you're at that point of the writer's block where anything that happens will distract you from the writing you're not doing. I've been there. Like, I am still there. So, like, I understand this, you know. The responses will still be there after you're done writing, but it's an easy distraction. It's an easy excuse. I mean, and this is no shade at all because I do that exact same thing and that's how I recognize it. So yeah, it's a hard place to be. Valerie said this thing I'm working on. Okay. Thank you. You really did hit enter too soon. I was just like, this what? Emily says, thinking about doing a writing prompt unrelated to any of my longer stories. Any suggestions for good places to get prompts? Writer's Digest. If you do Writer's Digest prompt, you'll find that. Or just Google prompt. And there's all kinds of prompt generators and all kinds of stuff. So, Daniela just paid the phone bill. That was definitely productive. Definitely. Moonrise is 44% into Memento, an Illumini novella. See, when I think Memento, I think of the movie that came out like 10 or 15 years ago. I guess it's probably 15 years ago now. Which was an excellent movie. Incredible storytelling. So if you haven't seen the movie Memento, you should watch it. It's awesome. Molly says, Mom just texted wondering if we need to talk. She must have really needed food. You know, your mom's ridiculous in, like, the way my mom is ridiculous, but in an entirely different direction, right? Our moms are both ridiculous, but completely differently, I think. That's hilarious. You have all of my sympathy. So, I'm getting all these. Trump says he is canceling fresh strikes on Iran, hints at possible peace deal. He's so full of shit. I'm sorry. He's just full of shit. He's such a... Anyway, okay. Let's see. Robo is here. Tiny Harmless Robots. Hello, friends. Robo says, hi, lovelies. How are we doing today? We're doing well. I feel like we're being pretty productive as a group. So Excellent. How are you doing today, my friend? It's very nice to see you. You are just in time for a break. Very exciting. Just in time for a break. So while you're letting us know how you're doing, we're going to go ahead and take a break and then we'll catch up when we get back. So I'm going to put 5 minutes on the red timer. I'm okay on tea, but I do need to run to the restroom, so I should be pretty quick. Unless, I get waylaid by one of the cat children. So let us be right back. I'll meet you back here in 5 or less. Okay, that's definitely more punkish than the other songs were. So, also, quick reminder, if you haven't taken your meds yet, and you should have taken your meds by now, take your meds. So, I am going to take, I still haven't, I'm trying to do better on my afternoon vitamins, y'all. Y'all know that. So, here we go. Excuse me. My mouth was super dry when I put the pills in, so they stuck to the roof of my mouth. All right, anyway. Robot says, things are good. Excellent snack time. I support this use of your break. Rachel Taylor is still here and plugging away. See, you just had to open it. So those who don't know, Rachel, when she first got here, said she didn't feel like doing anything, but she was going to sit down and work on Halo for 20 minutes. And that was like an hour and a half ago. So, yes, that's what we like. Emily says, oh my God, that reminder actually worked. I just realized I'm 30 minutes late for 2 p.m. meds. Yay! See, and if I weren't running so late, you would have been on time. That's why we do it, right? Daniela says, I think I'm going to eat desserts. What are you having for dessert, Daniela? I really hope hubby makes chocolate ice cream. Or Nutella. The very first one he made in this particular machine was Nutella, and it was so good. It wasn't too sweet. The Nutella flavor wasn't too strong. That's the thing about Nutella, eating like Nutella straight for me. And I don't mean like straight from the jar, although also straight from the jar. But like, oftentimes I find it too strong a flavor. So it was really good. Oh, look, there's the timer. Okay, let me turn that off of that screen. Okay, let me, hang on, I need to do a thing here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we get that off of the screen. Okay. Let's see. Daniela says, I brought a brownie type Czech thing. It has gingerbread spices. A gingerbread brownie. I would eat the hell out of that. Honestly, you had me at brownie. I didn't even need any of the words after it. Didn't even need it. You had me at brownie. James says, I need that in MP3 format, V. Then you can tell me to take meds all the time and I can be a good monkey before I leave for the office. Yeah, except you won't play it. You won't remember to play it to remind you, because if you remembered to play it to remind you to take your meds, you'd remember to take your meds. Robot says, oh my fucking god, Daniela, that sounds amazing. It does. It's true. I would put that in my face hole for sure. For sure. All right. So we're gonna do probably one more sprint, but we'll do a slightly longer sprint than usual. So we will do a 25-minute sprint, which will bring us straight up to 3 o'clock, and then we'll check in, see how everybody's doing. Then we'll go over events, and then we will break. Does that sound like a good thing? We can get some stuff done. I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. I don't know. I need to, maybe I'll use my spinner wheel. I might use my spinner wheel to decide what I'm going to work on, because Lord knows I've got a lot of shit to work on. I should probably work on Dragon Con stuff, honestly. Alicia says, I set up an alarm on my phone that is titled, Take Your Damn Meds. Yes. I have a thing on my phone that says, go to fucking bed. Because there was a time period about a year or two ago where, for whatever reason, I just didn't want to go to bed. I would just stay up and at my computer until like 2 or 3 in the morning and then go to bed. And so I have an alarm on my clock on my phone to tell me to fucking go to bed. Amelia says, okay is probably a canary melon. There was nothing to say what it was. Oh, you mean the Misfit Markets mystery melon? Oh, you've already got it. So mine had a label, like the little label that they put on the outside of a melon. That's what mine had. So that's how I knew. But you should be able to take a picture of it and then like do a reverse image search to see if you can find it. Molly says, I'm trying to make an online grocery order, and do I even need to point out how much I can't stand the Orange Menace? No, you do not, but you are welcome to rant about it if you want. He's such a dumb fuck. All right. Erica says, sounds good for the 25 minutes. James says, no, Sharona will play it. And for those who don't know, Sharona is one of the computers that James owns. She has alarms for meds, but I always ignore her because the beep annoys me. So what you're saying is, if it's my voice saying, take your damn meds, James, then you'll do it. Alicia says, yes. Amelia says, I'm still using the Vampire Self-Care app. Yeah, I stopped using it. It's cool, but I stopped using it because, well, just for reasons. Also, I get annoyed when I don't have a lot of alarms on my phone. I get annoyed when I have too many alarms, and I just start ignoring all of them. That's what I found. Oh yeah. So Amelia, feel free to talk more about the Vampire Self-Care app. Let's see. Molly says, then Alicia is going to sprint for us, correct? And Alicia says, no. Alicia says, my next sprints are Sunday. And Molly's like, we need you, Alicia. All right, let me go back. Amelia said that is what the search said. Oh, the search for for your melon. Okay, gotcha. Robot says, if anyone wants to do a little writing sprint with me that is unattached from any other project, Amelia, this month I'm not Amelia, I'm sorry, Emily. So I'm trying to like verbally tag Emily in what I'm reading from Robots. Robot says, this month I'm writing a daily short story based on the dictionary.com word of the day. Today's is ubiquitous. Okay, that's a cool idea. Doing short stories based on word of the day. That's a cool idea. James says, yep, Sharona is my phone. I will absolutely take them if you tell me. I will have to make you a little audio recording or something. So, all right. So, y'all are cracking me up. Okay, so 25 more minutes. Final sprint of the stream. Let's get some more shit done. I'll probably try to do Dragon Con stuff because why the fuck not? Oh, no, I do have to send that message though. I need to send that message. All right. 25 minutes, y'all. Here we go. All right, I'm going to pause the timer real quick because those of you who are on YouTube don't know what just happened. You're probably not even noticing. But the Tiger Writes has rated us with a few people. Just as a heads up, y'all, we're in our last sprint, so that's going to be it. But Tiger, how are you doing? Hello, hello, welcome in, and thank you so, so much for the raid. How was your stream? Let me know. For those of you just joining us, my name is Vanessa. I typically write urban fantasy with horrific elements. I'm also a professional editor and have been since 2008. And yeah, doing a lot of things. So, Tiger asks, how's the stream going? It's going really, really well. We've been pretty productive today. I'm glad you're doing well. I appreciate the raid as always. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer up again though. But Tiger, I know you probably need to get dinner soon. So again, thank you. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Tiger says the stream was good. I worked on a chapter for Harker this morning and did a read and comment this afternoon. That's so cool. I love that. I love that. Well, those of you who are here, feel free to let us know what you've been working on today. If not, that's okay too. Like I said, we're just finishing up the last sprint of the stream. So I hope, Tiger, you have a great rest of your evening. I hope you enjoy your dinner because I know that's that time for you. And I'm going to get things started again and we'll chat after we come back. Tiger says I will be heading off to hunt down dinner as I expected. Get your spear. Go. No, okay, that's a whole different thing. Anyway, have a good rest of your evening. All right, we're going to start the timer up again for our last 8.5 minutes. Here we go. right, y'all. How did you do? So, I sent out the message I needed to send out, and I got a response. So I've been communicating that. I have to pass on what I learned to the person who needs to know it. So that's all I got done. Let's see. How did everybody else do? Heather was in DMs finally for arranging things with her next podcast guest. Did some other DMs in an admin message group. Worked on her journal and planner. And her meds are kicking in. Yes. Also have done a little reading here and there of one of Kevin A. Davis's books that she bought from him maybe last year at Necronomicon. I missed a syllable. In Tampa. Excellent. Awesome. Daniela cleaned the kitchen and read a bit. Thanks for sprints. You're welcome, Daniela. Thank you for joining us. Anita finished the first draft of the vampire story. Yay! Excellent job, Anita. Huzzah! I love it. Okay, y'all continue to check in. I'm going to go over the events of the coming week for the Writers' Troop. If you are not yet in the Writers' Troop, you can do !TWT in the chat for the Facebook link, or if you prefer Discord, !Discord. And that should, hopefully the bot will be working correctly. All right. So, nothing tonight, but tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I will be hosting our usual Zoom co-working. We go from 1 until 2:30. These are all Eastern time. I think Friday Night Writes is currently on hold until the other Rachel Broon, gets her life situated a little bit, now that she's moved across the globe again. So nothing Friday night. On Saturday at 10 a.m., we've got Saturday Discord sprints with Dalen from 10 a.m. until noon. If you pop into the Discord, go into the voice chat of the sprinting section. You will find him there at 10 a.m. waiting to write with you. Also on Sunday, Lisa Raby, it's her birthday, so she is not going to be doing her usual Sunday morning write-in. Instead, Dalen will again be on the Discord for Sunday Discord sprints. Again, at 10 a.m. until noon. And then on Sunday evening, we have our usual Zoom chat. If you have not yet voted on the topic or topics of your choice, please take a minute to do that today. Go into the Facebook group, in the events section, find the Sunday event, and in there you'll find the post that lists all the suggested topics so far and how to suggest a new topic if you would like to add a topic to the list. And you can vote on as many or as few as you would like. So that discussion is going to be Sunday. I'll be tallying those votes Sunday at 5:30 so that we have our chat at 7 p.m. And that chat goes till about 8:30-ish. On Monday, I have to check with Joe to see if we're doing sprints and meditation at 2 p.m. I know his month of June is pretty chaotic, so I need to double check with him. Oh, sorry. Yawn. I'm pretty good. I made it through the whole stream again. Nothing on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we will be back here on Twitch to do our usual sprints. And I will say the following week, we won't have any sprints at all from me. The week of the 22nd, that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll be in Pennsylvania, so I won't be doing sprints. And Sean will be doing the Sunday night discussion. So that's just a heads up. That is not this upcoming week, but the following week. I'm just giving you guys an extra heads up. All right, but next Wednesday, I will be here as usual on Twitch and YouTube. Nothing that evening, and that brings us back around to next Thursday, where we will also be doing this all again. Let's see. Swank finished lunch and watched an episode of Community. Excellent. Love that. Alicia started taping off the baseboards in the library and filled the mop bucket so I can clean the floor one more time. Excellent. Huzzah. James finished the project thing he was working on and now shower, then pants. What? Then bank, then brakes for the car. Yes, you definitely need pants for those things. You're getting all kinds of shit done today. Heather said Kevin's a great guy. He really is. We've been on panels together a few times now at Necro. Excellent. Yeah, he is pretty awesome. He is one of the sponsors of Multiverse, him and Inked Publishing. As a matter of fact, he's the other person we need to talk to like the message that I sent today was to John at Falstaff, and then Kelly is supposed to be Kelly. Did you send Kevin a message? Is supposed to be talking to Kevin about something for Multiverse as well. So yeah, he's pretty awesome. Emily says thanks for the sprints as always, as does Alicia. Well, thank y'all for joining me. This wouldn't be nearly as much fun without y'all. I'm not even joking. So all right. Well, thank you everybody for being here with me. And one final reminder to take your meds if you haven't taken your meds yet. I actually did. I finished my meds for the day. So this is my little dish that I keep my afternoon meds in. So I did it. Go me. Pat me on the back. So, all right. James says, well, I have to drive into the office next week. And moving forward, oh, you have to actually be in the office? I'm so sorry. That's so sucky. I'm gonna really quickly, I am going to feed Pixie because she's very frowny face right now. So we're gonna feed Pixie real quick because nobody fed her today. So we're just gonna, we're gonna feed her. So, yeah. Oh, hey, I didn't get very much experience for that, did I? Why am I only getting 1 experience? That's crazy. I gave her what she wanted. All right. Let's see. Let me scroll back. James says, thanks, V. You're welcome. Alicia says, if they don't have fun, then they walk the plank. I mean, yes. They walk the plank. Yeah. So if y'all don't know, Books and Things with Alicia and Cursed Dragon Ship do, and that's Kelly, do Morning Pirates at... What time are you guys on in the morning? 9 o'clock Eastern? I think 9 Eastern. Ah, now we're feeding the dragon. Okay, thank you, James. All right. Yeah, so definitely check that out. We hang out and we do stuff in the morning. It is fun. Swank says, thanks for sprints. You're welcome, my love. Heather says, I need to talk to Kevin as well. Poor Kevin. He's about to get inundated. He was on my podcast last year. Good reminder. Kevin was the first person who told me about Multiverse. Yay. I love that. Valerie says, gotta head over to a friend's stream. Adios. Adios. Valerie, have a great rest of your day. Heather says, thank you. Thank you. Pixie has spots. Yes, but the spots are not as bad as the spots were before. So, all right. Y'all have a good rest of your day. And we'll see you guys next week if I don't see you sooner.